Shalom. How you doing? How are you? Okay, I got this information like literally. I got it like yesterday, but I got it like way in like the early hours of the morning, which would be like today. I think it was, yeah, it would be today, which is the 7th of the 7th, yeah, 2024. So yeah, I got it, but I got it like around in the early morning, around after 2 or so. I got this information. So what I got right, it was like God was giving me information about our body and how we're connected to water, and how we are able to strengthen our core of who we are, because we are made out of water, and water is like, it stores information, it stores history, it's like a charge, you know. So yeah, that's what God was giving me. So I did a voice message quickly so I wouldn't forget what was coming to me at the time. So listen to this. This is really good. It's going to revitalize your mind, your body, and your soul. All right. Take care. Bye-bye. Shalom. Enjoy. Why is a human being body full up of, I think it's like 70% of water? The reason why it's full up of 70% of water is to give us that balance within ourselves, because our body is made up of cells and different organisms, and each of these cells have to have a balance. In every single thing there has to be a negative and a positive, because we are naturally made out of charge, which is that spark within. We are made out of electrical charges. So what the water does now, the water stores the information, because we are also a walking, living computer. I've said this before in my videos. We are a walking, living computer. And what our body does, it stores the information within us through the water. But at the same time, what the water does as well, it transmutes, it changes. So what we do now, our body automatically transmute and change, and either we change it to something good, or we continue to go on that negative flow, because each of us have been passed down from generation to generation with passed down stored information in our body from generational trauma, generational pain, you know, all kinds of different things. So sometimes you as a person, you'll be wondering why you're feeling this way. You have to reprogram your mind, your thoughts, your cells, your body. And that is by you. The reason why it is so important to talk to yourself is because you are also a receiver. So when you literally talking to yourself, you are connecting with those cells within yourself, as well as the water is listening within yourself, and it is storing that information. After doing this, scientifically, they have done research, and they've scientifically proven that if you say positive things to yourself for 21 days, you have naturally reprogrammed your DNA. The cells that are in your body, the water has stored it. So what it does, it gives you back everything that you've said to yourself positively. So it's like a reprogramming, then a reset. I've said this already in one of my other videos, but it's like a reset. And then that's when you're able to have a whole different new perspective, a whole different train of thought, a whole different way of living, and also a whole different way. If you have habits that is not good, you are able to get rid of it by talking to yourself, by convincing yourself, by pronouncing it into your life. Because this world is made out of numbers and words. That is what program this world that we are in, this matrix. Okay, so the video recording has finished now. So the world is made out of numbers. It's made out of words. That's how God did everything. He did it through words and number and vibration. Now, and sound. Because vibration is literally sound.
which creates frequency. So everything that is said, it is giving it off as vibration, as sound, which formulates frequency, which formulates what? Wavelength, you know? It formulates these things. So we have the authority through the Most High God, which has created us in his image. That means he has created us with certain characteristic of himself that is within us, within our core, within our DNA, within who we are. You know, he has created that within us. And how it can be used is by us connecting with him. You know, by us connecting with him, and also by us connecting with our own self. Because for us to really truly connect with the Most High God, we have to connect with our own self, because then the Most High God will show us who we are. Because remember, when you're born into this world, most of the time you forget who you are. So when you connect with the Most High God, God revitalizes your mind. He shows you little clues, little things, and then it starts coming back to you, you know. It's like some traumas that you go through, like you go through some traumas sometimes, right? And to how the trauma is horrible, you blank it out. And I'm talking of experience. To how the trauma is horrible, you blank it out. You totally forget most of everything for like a good few years of yourself because of that trauma that you had went through. So, and then afterwards, you just start having tiny little flashback. And sometimes you won't even have nothing back at all, because you totally just wiped it. You just blanked it out. It's the same thing. So when we're born into this world now, you know, it's not a trauma, but it's literally an experience. It is leaving from one realm to another. But the realm that you're leaving into is a physical realm, you know? So you're leaving from spiritual to physical, you know? So, it's literally like, so you have to be reminded of who you are, because a piece of you inside of you is fragmented. So these pieces have to be gathered. It has to be put back together for you to find the puzzle, put the puzzle together of who you are from within. And that's how, that is why it is important to get that connection with God. Because when you go within yourself and you start to search out who you are and try to understand who you are, and you ask him to help you, he brings these pieces together. He brings you to that place that you start to understand yourself. You start to get to know yourself. You start to love yourself for who you are. You start remembering who you are, remembering the love that you have for yourself. All of these little tiny little things, and you will not understand it, but these things really truly do help you, you know. So yeah, that's what these things. So talking to yourself, that's why water is so important. Do you know that we can live without water, but there's some people that has not drank water for how much years? They just live off the charge of the sun and everything else. And they will have liquid juice, but it's juice that revitalizes the body, revitalizes the mind. You know, it helps to, you know, like how a battery would have a certain fluid, you know, the old time battery, when they have a certain fluid that you have to pour in there to give the battery that charge, that spark, that strength. It's the same thing, you know. But yeah, definitely. So you speaking to yourself is literally charging yourself within. It's literally resetting, it's reprogramming yourself, it's giving yourself upliftment. That's why it is so important to do things for yourself that vibrate, that make you have that good feeling, because the highest, most blessed energy of all is the love. And remember, because God is truly love. Yes, he is a God of balance and order. And yes, there is the other side of God that is judgment. And people say, oh, how come God is so love? Our God can never be a God of love. I'm sorry, there has to be balance, okay? So the opposite of love is wrath. Is you know, it's not anger as in because anger can blind you, you know. And our God does not get blinded by emotions. He has balance. So it's not anger as in the sense that you lose. It's not that. It is judgment. It is order, you know. So each one balance each other, you know, and that's what it is. So yeah, the highest level is love. To love purely without wanting nothing back, or loving without expecting anything, but just to love pure-heartedly with every single ounce of yourself, and to do it with a sense of joy, you know. That's what it is. And I'm not telling a lie, love was a thing that was very hard for me to, like, oh my gosh, I was scared of that thing. I was scared of that, man. I think everyone's scared of love because when you have to truly love, it's like you are literally giving away a piece of yourself, you know. But what is there in life without a risk? For you to truly find out certain things, you have to take a risk. And then the risk would be a lesson. Something that is learnt that you can use for the next time to be wiser in your movement for the next time, you know? So that's what life is all about. Everything in life is a lesson. It's a learning process. And it's using those lessons, those learning process to move yourself into another section that you know exactly how to do and what to do, you know? Can't go wrong with that. But yeah, that's what it is. But have a beautiful day, everyone. Shalom. I love you guys. Stay strong and stay faithful. And I want to say thank you for everyone that's supporting me throughout all of this and putting out your prayers, you know, positive prayers, and giving me positive love. I appreciate you guys. Just know that I do. Just know I love you just like how Jesus loved you. But yeah, but just stay strong and stay firm. All right. And just know I appreciate you guys. And continue going on. It's not going to be easy. Come on now. Nothing that is good, you're going to get it easy. Remember that. Because, you know, when God bless you, he likes to bless you good. So he's going to test you. He's going to try you. He's going to see if you really, and it's like a father or a mother. Like, you know, they're not going to just give it to you. You're going to have to prove yourself to them that they're able to trust you and rely on you before you're able to get that blessing. You know, like when you finish, like you say to your mom, is that, oh, I'm going to do this and do, and they see that you do. Oh my God. They'll say, come, I'm taking you out. Let me take you out. What do you want to do today? What do you want today? It's the same thing with God. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, but stay blessed, you guys. Mwah. Love you. Bye. Woo!